Hello, friends. Welcome to Shenanigoons, that kind of sorta fairy tale RPG where you contribute to the chaos. I am Angela, your humble DM for this evening, and these are our players. Hello, players.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you all doing today? In real life, we'll get to how you're doing in character.
Oh,
In real life,
great.
how are you doing? Good.
Tessa's dying.
I
Okay, so not
choked on
great just now.
I literally just choked on my tongue.
Oh my.
It's fine.
It's not good.
Don't
In
do
real
that.
life, tired because I worked all day.
Well,
Mood.
let's have a nice relaxing time right now. Totally nothing to be concerned about. Nothing to worry about right now, except
Nothing at all.
You know what? It's fine. It's not getting headbutted in the temple by an 80-pound dog, so I'm okay.
Oof. Oof.
Yeah, that happened yesterday.
Ow.
Victories.
That is victory.
Was your dog?
No, it was a dog at work.
Oh, that's
and
even worse.
2 other people got nailed in the chin.
I forget that you're not at the cat hospital anymore, that you're actually at like a...
What was an
a
80-pound
more
dog
than cat.
doing at the cat hospital?
Right? That seems like a bigger problem.
Yeah, it probably would be.
It thinks it's a cat. So,
Be
let
an
me...
awful big litter box.
As much as I appreciate the tense, that was mostly for the opener. Let's chill with some slightly less intense music as we start the show off with a little like our announcements. So hi, we are Shenanigoons. We are a D&D D&D live stream. If you haven't watched us before, you may not know that we are members of a network. We're members of the Nerdsmith Network. The Nerdsmith Network is a fun group of folks. We make live streams and podcasts. You can find us at nerdsmith.org, or if you like what you watch tonight, you can follow us and support us on Patreon. Patreon.com/nerdsmith. We have some new bonus content coming up. I'm currently compiling it. It will be in the pipe as regularly updated content for you all, which will include maps. It'll include some exclusive World ANVIL articles, which we'll get to in a minute, and some other kick-ass stuff, including some writing by our dear Kyle here, Mr. Harland. We'll be releasing those for Patreon exclusive access, so please check them out and support us if you can. All right, we are also here thanks to the very welcome generosity of a couple kick-ass sponsors. First and foremost, we are sponsored by World ANVIL, the most comprehensive world building and campaign management tool on the internet. It is a really amazing repository of knowledge for your novels, your RPG campaigns, your just general interest in writing fictional universes. The world is your oyster, and you can make as much as you want on World ANVIL. It is comprehensive. You can find out on our World ANVIL page, which is linked in our chat. It will take you to where you can find a few maps of our show here, some of the world of Shenanigoons, the world of Vale, as well as some summaries on this and previous campaigns that we've run. So you should check that out. And that is where you'll get Patreon exclusive articles if you're one of our patrons. So go for it. We are also sponsored by Die Hard Dice. And because it is the first Tuesday of the month, I believe we have something. We might have gotten a sneak preview last week, but let's talk about what's our featured Die Hard Dice for the month. Tessa?
Oh, our featured Die Hard Dice for the month is the Dire Multiclass Enthrall die, which is a beautiful purpley blue with a dark chrome finish. So say you have a warlock and you decide, you know what? I really want to multi-class into a bard. Or if you had a bard and you multi-class into a warlock, you're like, I got this beautiful dark purple blue dye. I really need something to like match that. Die Hard Dice has you covered with the multi-class line where you can switch out the colors. So if you want to not they're magnetic and are very tough, so it's nice that you cannot just break it apart whatever you want. You actually have to search for it. It's harder to find the opening on the darker colors, I've just discovered. But you can actually split the dice in two and swap out colorways if you like. I have a... Let's see here. What do I got? Right here. Oh, you know what? I actually have a perfect one for this. I have this beautiful sparkly blue, which was part of an earlier Die Hard Dice exclusive, and if I want to, I now have created my own custom multi-class die just by swapping the two together. So go to dieharddice.com, click on the Dire multi-class Enthrall, and get your very own at dieharddice.com. And if you use the coupon code Dice Dragons, which is new this month, you will get 10% off your order. So please go to dieharddice.com and go shopping and use the coupon code Dice Dragons for 10% off your order. Also, if you're really into neon and glow-in-the-dark-esque type dice, they may or may not have just dropped some. They're gorgeous. So if you are into any sort of neon, futuristic, cyberpunk-esque kind of colorways, even though they're not the featured ones that I should be talking about, I do recommend that you go to Die Hard Dice and check this out, because like I always do whenever I go and get the code for Angela, or the URL, I should say, for Angela, I am immediately sidetracked by whatever they've put out for the month, and this month is no exception. So, Die Hard Dice, we love you.
We forgive you, Tessa. We forgive you, Tessa. Of course.
I was good. I didn't actually find it.
Right. We forgive you when you do it. It's okay.
I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
My husband also put my chopsticks in the wasabi. Like, he handed me the plate with the wasabi just piled on the chopsticks. So if I make faces, because there's a lot of wasabi on my food right now.
Wasabi surprise.
Gosh.
Yeah.
All right.
That's not a good
surprise. We shall begin our story. Well, we will in a moment when we get back from our intro reel. We'll be right back, and when we are back, we shall give you a... Actually, no, not yet. Hold on. There's a thing we have to do. One last thing we have to do is, as I said, this is the kind of sort of campaign where you contribute to the chaos, which means that there are a few things that you can do to support the show, but also add a little bit of nonsense into the game. And we'll see if that actually helps anyone today. It certainly helped last time, but we'll see. At $5, you can add a reroll to the party's reroll pool, which is just a group of rerolls that they collect for any D20 rolls that they have in the campaign. They do stack, and they can do it whenever they want. Kyle is our keeper of the rerolls.
We don't have very many left.
You used a lot of them last week.
You did.
Too. A couple of us had some really bad rolls.
At the $15 level, you can make us spin on the Wheel of Causality. The Wheel of Causality will make something random happen, whether in-game or meta, that the players have to deal with. So that's always fun. Then, at the $25 level, you can incorporate an NPC into the game. Give me some info about them, their name, their pronouns, what their some description, and maybe a fun detail or why they're around or what they're doing, and I will incorporate them into the session. Then finally, at the $50 level, you choose a player, and that player of your choice gets 1 minute of DM powers. Chris, are you mad with power yet, seeing as you've gotten it twice now, in very quick succession?
I'm a monster. My ego has gone unchecked.
Are you coming up with ways to end the campaign in 60 seconds?
No, I'm trying to figure out ways to make it last forever.
Okay, that's fair. All right, and that's how you can help support us. Also, any bits that you donate during the game do help the team. They are converted into copper for your in-game emergency fund. 1 bit equals 1 copper coin for the party to spend, so it'll rack up. It's not a lot, but it's a little something. You could buy someone lunch with it. So yeah, that's what we got tonight. But before we continue, let's get our intro going. We'll be right back, and when we get back, we shall previously on and get started. Bye-bye. Welcome back. So, we are where we, I think I accidentally paused the music. Oh, no, it's just very soft. This is not the music we want right now. We want the tense music, because...
For the recap, though? I mean, the recap
a lot
is like,
happened in the
it's already
recap.
past. It's in the past, it's fine. Nothing bad happened.
So you had a giant battle. Attempted coup of Her Majesty of the Trade, who I can put up on screen now, because I set this up. So, Her Majesty of the Trade, who is in league with the Lord of Shadows, not pictured, which I should come up with something. I have some cool monsters I could use and be like, ooh, make them all scary. So, you were, amassing your forces, having a big old fight with a bunch of people inside the Book of Faebles, where you consider home, trying to protect it from the machinations of the Lord of Tales, the creator of the book, the author, as it were, but in league with one of his creations, the Majesty of the Trade. And so you got into a big fight with her. It was a big, sort of very Lord of the Rings, Narnia, big Battle of the Five Armies thing. And during the combat, you chased after Her Majesty into a portal. Her Majesty of the Trade doesn't just deal with commerce in the Book of Fables, she trades between books, which means she is one of the only, if not the only, of these fictional fae queens that can travel between books that are adjacent to it, or, well, you're not really sure what the mechanics are. And, I mean, Lee Pace should appear at some point, but I don't do a good impression of him. He's just pretty. He's not just pretty. He's not just pretty, I'm sorry. That was a real terrible way to put that. I've been in love with that man since Pushing Daisies. It's fine. Anyway, so...
Talented and pretty.
He's a pie maker. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
He's a pie maker necromancer. Anyway, so you traveled, you chased after Her Majesty of the Trade through a series of bizarre worlds and places that you'd never seen before, including ultimately on the hand of a massive titan that was striding the world. And as you fought, she opened a portal, and Harlan fucked her over. Opened up a hole. Well, didn't open a hole. Put a hole back where it didn't belong, underneath her, and she fell to her doom, or so you thought, and it seemed that she had actually opened up another portal and escaped. You, however, followed the original portal she was trying to get out with, thinking, well, she's following clues from the Lord of Tales. Maybe it will take you somewhere where you need to be to end all this, or to get back, who knows. So you jump through. And when you arrive on the other side, you find that you have been transported to a coat closet, a broom closet. It looks to be a castle of some kind, and you sit there, or you stand around and you look around your persons, and you find that perhaps you are actually back in the physical world. And after doing a little bit of inspecting, you discover that you are, in fact, back, not only back in the material world, you are at Fort Wildwood. One of the locations that you wanted to deal in later on, but apparently you're gonna deal with it now. And if anyone is curious, Fort Wildwood, if you look right in the middle of our map and slightly to the left, next to the lake, there is Fort Wildwood. So anyway, you all...
Lane, just so you know, I see 3 pending things from you in PayPal, but I definitely, I'm not seeing it in Streamlabs, so I do apologize. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, we'll work that out. Remind me if we have to do anything, Tessa.
Mm-hmm.
We
I
love
will.
you, Lane.
I will tell you what they were.
So, you all are... Well, the last thing that happened, though, was, Oliette, you look out the window, and you see Fort Wildwood, and you think, oh, shit, we're where we need to be. We're looking for the resistance, the people that originally, in the history of this island, fought against Mechanists, the current colonizers of the island. But then you see wings in the air that are slightly see-through. You can kind of see them through the sunlight as if they were made of paper. And then you see another pair of wings as 2 paper dragons, 2 paper drakes, fly onto the battlements of the fort. And you see below paper soldiers mixed in with non-paper soldiers. It seems that Fort Wildwood has been compromised. And if you in fact followed where the Queen of the Trade meant to be, she wanted to be here. And she was following her lover's trail. So...
Yes, okay.
Not ideal.
Paper trail?
His paper trail? Maybe. Maybe.
Oh my god.
Hey, good job, Kyle.
Angry and happy.
Right?
That makes me happy. Anyway, let's get started. You are in the castle room, and let's see, Villain is there with you. Haha, I have him here. The Changeling, your friend in arms. So, Villain's looking out the hallway. Oliette, you see the dragons and the paper soldiers. Doesn't look like there's anybody in this hallway. I don't know the layout, but might be able to sneak out.
Was
yes.
here.
What do you see out the window?
Okay. I realize that we're all crammed in here together and no one can actually sit down, but I would advise that you metaphorically sit down before I tell you this. Okay, Paro can.
Just under the table.
There is paper everywhere. Like, there's dragons and some soldiers, it looks like.
Oh no.
And there's a lot of them, and there's a few of us. And that's what I'm looking at.
I would like to make a professional opinion, if that's okay. We're fucked.
Thank you for that optimistic and professional opinion.
I took an oath of redemption,
second
not an
that.
oath of optimism.
I mean, that's fair.
The redeeming quality in this moment, yes. We are fucked. We'll have to be creative.
Okay, fine. And
Who among us is the quietest?
If I'm not me, I can be very quiet.
That's true. I'm
You mean
not
like
bad.
sneaky?
Yeah.
Don't
But-
let the armor fool you. I'm actually really fucking quiet in it.
Wait, how sneaky am
I can be relatively quiet. I'm not bad
How
at
about
it,
we
but
just-
I'm not great at it.
How about we just all be quiet? Would that work?
Well, it wouldn't be a bad idea to send somebody ahead, is what I'm trying to get at.
I got. Sorry. Yeah, that's a good
It's
idea.
fine.
No, that's a good idea.
Just
I mean, how intelligent are these things? If they see me, I could just freeze and act like a statue.
Were there just paper soldiers?
Shit. We
Dragons,
we can't
there's-
talk in each other's heads.
We don't have the book.
yeah, I don't have that. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, you don't have the book.
Look.
Where? No, I'm aware. I'm
Okay.
aware.
Okay.
I'm so painfully aware.
Okay. Did you
Can we
like?
contact Nickit and Toshi?
Did you like have a plan for that, or can you cast
Oh,
in other
you're-
ways?
So sorry. I'm so sorry. No, of course I didn't have a plan for that. I didn't think we were gonna get shunted out of where we were. Why would I plan for this? Why would I plan for anything?
Fine. It's fine.
Okay. I can still technically do magic.
Okay.
Great. That's great.
That's a
Okay.
plus.
Sure.
I mean, I've seen you do magic without the book lots of times.
Harland.
Just
No,
ask-
not the time.
She plays musical instruments. She's a bard. She can
Oh,
cast. with it, like,
That too.
what were
Yeah,
you thinking
that's
I was
just-
talking about?
Nothing. I have my sword. So
That's very good for stealthing.
what do you suggest?
I don't know.
I'm not very nice when I'm stressed. I'm really sorry about that.
It's okay. I'm sorry too.
Okay. Hear me out.
Okay.
I'm good at reading lips. I can get a good read of things, and I can be very small and tiny and quick.
Okay.
What if I zip out as like a mouse or something, get a quick look, and come back and report?
How
Yeah.
many times can you be a mouse or be a something?
How long can you do that?
Oh, a couple hours.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, that might
And I
be
got
the best-
one more in me.
Okay.
So then you shouldn't be very far from us. Should anything go terribly wrong? Because
I'm
why
a
would
mouse.
it not? Why would it not?
Hey, fail up.
Well, fail. I'm like 2 feet tall, Blaine. Do you think I do anything up?
Maybe don't shout at me.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean,
Stage whispers.
I can
Yeah.
disguise myself
All right.
Oh, as what? As a paper dragon?
as
Can you
like
do
a
that?
paper soldier, like as
Oh my fucking
So-
god, I think I can too. Okay.
Wait, this is a way better idea.
well, no, because we could split
We
up.
can do things in
and,
conjunction. We can do all the
Yeah.
plans in conjunction, right? Beza.
because
Yeah.
I mean, Paro, you can read lips. I can't do that.
Mhm.
I can barely do the regular kind.
Oh, that just.
Anyway, yeah, I mean, those of us that
Right.
can disguise ourselves, we just, put on the appearance of one of our paper folks out there, and go and reconnoiter, and then if not all of us are part of that party, then we all make our way back here. How about that?
Question, DM. We know in character that we're at Wildwood. Beyond that, we
Yes.
don't know anything else. Okay, I just making
Correct.
sure.
You do know that you're in Fort Wildwood.
Okay. What knowledge do we have about who was here last? Do we know of any people or groups that were here?
You know that, and this was from your time in Mythgar, you know that the Fort Wildwood was the bastion of the resistance, that when Mechanus first came around, they had seemed kind of benign at first, wanting to help stop these chaos, like cauldrons basically in the ground from bursting, but upon upon cooperating with members of the island, they decided eventually that it was best to just corral people up and put them in these cities to counteract the chaos with order. The rebels, the ones who didn't want that to happen, Wildwood was their stronghold. It's where they were based. Mythgar, you spoke to the Centaur general in Mythgar, the one, God, something off the top of my head, I don't remember. He told you that there were people at Wildwood.
Okay.
Like, that's where whoever was left of the resistance would be there.
Got it. Okay.
But he didn't know how many were still there, so for all we know, it wasn't a very big force.
It's possible. He did not indicate that.
Okay.
He hadn't been in contact with them for a while.
Should we see if we can find the soldiers that were supposed to be here? I mean, maybe if we free them, they can help fight with us. I don't know where
Or
they'd
maybe
be.
those are the soldiers now.
We fought that paper dragon, the Drake, before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It sure didn't like fire.
There's 2 of them now.
Okay, that's fine.
I mean, it's a fort, so
fine.
I mean, that day worked out pretty well for me.
Sorry, I'm not helping. That was a rough day for me, so yeah.
Very fair.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So we see if we can find help, operate as quickly and quietly as possible, and then Harlan, you said you want to meet back in this closet if something goes wrong?
well, I mean, where else would we meet? I mean, we could all meet in the whatever jail or dungeon this fort has, because if there are soldiers there, they'd probably be held captive in a secure place, right?
Well, I mean,
That's very smart.
what if you act like you're taking, like, me to the dungeon or something?
I mean, I could definitely try. Is that? I don't want my voice to give me away though. Because have we heard the paper creatures make noise? Like other than like the rustly
they
kind of
make noise. It's a little like somebody put a high pass filter on it though, so that there's not a lot of bass. It's just it's like a recording. It's not
like
quite
a grass
real.
whistle, like kind of.
Yeah, it's not. Well, I mean, it sounds like a dragon sounds like a dragon, except there's like this slight offness to the quality. It's like a shitty recording of a dragon,
Got it. Okay.
but it's still like loud and like fuck. There's like a dragon.
Okay.
Part of that is the
Dragon,
performance.
dragon.
It's not just disguised self. It is become someone else. It's from the inside, Harlan.
Oh my god, we're about to
From
get a
inside.
method acting class.
Right. Okay. Well, then, yeah. I guess we reconnoiter and then we meet up at the jail. I guess.
What are
So
we?
if anything goes wrong, we go down.
What are we doing, though? Like,
Try.
To get out of here before we can figure that out, I think. The
Okay.
book is still
So
the Babas.
here's my question. What did you decide on, Chris?
I leveled up in Bard.
Okay, that's fine. Just remember.
Yeah. So
Okay.
we have to get to the tree, get back into the Fey Wild, and find the Baba huts because I don't know if they're going to just drop us off in their front yard again.
Well, I mean, as long as you have me with you, I'm pretty much a direct link, so that's helpful.
Sure.
Fair.
So what exactly are we trying to find out? I guess.
What's going
While
on?
we-
Why are there paper people everywhere?
Who's
Yeah,
here?
why
Are
was she
there
going
allies?
here?
And how in the hell? And
Well, I mean, if there's paper people, probably the Lord of Tales, right?
You think he's here?
I
Possibly.
don't know.
I'm judging by the giant paper drakes. Probably.
I mean, maybe he
She
took
was
over
looking for him
somebody.
specifically.
It's not impossible. Especially if she could get to this world, even though it took like 8 different jumps. Maybe she got him into somebody else if she figured it out. Although, You'd think she would have been a little more suspicious of us if that was the case.
Are you implying that the best way
Catch
to
up
get
on.
over someone is to get them into somebody else? Never mind. That was a bad joke.
Huh?
Not the time. Never mind.
We need to figure
was-
out what's going
yeah.
on. And if there's anything to be done, do it. But if there's not, get the hell out of here.
So,
Fair
I'm
enough.
sure that he's going to be here. So I don't think it doesn't make any sense to panic about that yet, right? Maybe he just sent people to get her where she needs to go, protected since she's not from here.
it's possible.
Provide her with the
Maybe-
base of operations or something.
Okay.
Well, maybe we should have Paru do some scouting first. In a mouse form or something that's really easy to hide, so that we have at least an idea of what's going on around the corner, because all we can see is this section of hallway. And then after she's got an idea of maybe which direction doesn't get us killed, then we go there.
I can stay that mouse for 4 hours.
Okay. Well,
Provided no one steps on me.
I mean, the paper soldiers probably aren't going to care about a mouse. It's not like they have to eat. I don't care if mice get into stuff. As long as they don't get into me.
Okay.
Okay.
So you're gonna
Aren't
go.
you solid stone? How does somebody get in you?
You're gonna poke
I'm-
around, right?
I'm not solid stone.
Okay.
I mean, most of me is, but not all of me.
Okay.
You know, I got joints and stuff.
It's true. You got your hand contractions.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't think you should be very far if we can help it.
Just be
Yeah, I
careful.
don't disagree with that.
Promise not to get too far.
Thank you. Before you go, and come here, and and he puts a hand on your shoulder, and you feel a little like. Well, you already feel something, but beyond that,
Yeah. Haru already feels things when Villain puts their hand on her shoulder.
and they sort of tap your shoulder. Okay, just a little good luck.
Thanks.
And he casts guidance on you.
Ooh.
Little gift from Her Majesty of Beauty.
Nice.
Picture
That's
below.
fun to be able to put out how I need to cut my hair. Thank you.
Figure maybe you don't want to leave evidence around here.
Yeah, bits of my hair it's definitely not something I want to leave around.
Be careful.
And Paru kind of salutes and shrinks down to a very tiny mouse.
Okay. Not even with that noise, just a. And
Scurries on out.
you make your way out. Okay, so you scurry out of the room and you see that you are at the end of a hallway, the end being a dead end. There's a window, but you can make your way back. So what are you looking for as you scoot around?
So the first thing I want to look for is signs of people. Not necessarily paper. Not necessarily paper people,
Sure.
but people.
Okay.
Evidence of like food being left behind.
Oh, just
that
as a
kind of thing.
clarification, Oliet did see people mixed in with the paper people.
Ah, excellent. Okay.
There were
they-
soldiers marching around on patrol, and then
That's
there
what I
were
was wondering.
paper soldiers marching around on patrol. They seemed like they weren't marching together, but they were on patrol in the same area of the estate.
Vicinities.
Of the keep.
So they were. There's.
They're not
enough
freaking out and
crossover.
fighting.
They're
They're
not- yeah,
just
okay.
exist.
That's-
They're coexisting.
They're coexisting. That was my fear. Was that they were coexisting. So
Well,
then
that's a
I'm gonna
fair fear to
try-
have. But so what do you want to? Yeah, what do you want to find out? Offhand, as you're kind of skulking.
Then I'm gonna try and find out who is in charge and where the fuck they are.
Okay.
listening for like commands being given, that kind of thing.
All right. I need you go ahead and give me a. Well, let me double check. Do you have like advantage on stealth as a mouse?
Let me double check. I actually have to use the rat
Hold on.
stats. 'Cause apparently,
No, you just have good stealth.
I just have good stuff.
Yeah.
And
you're
I am
small.
stealthier than I normally would be.
Yeah, we'll say you're small. So yeah, go ahead and give me a stealth check, and then give me a perception check.
Alrighty. Stealth checkers. How many rerolls do we have just in case?
4.
Thank you. Hopefully I don't need them.
Well, 4, and then I don't know what Lane was trying to send us.
Oh
so I
no,
don't know if
Lane
that's
sent me a
rerolls.
character.
Oh, okay. Also fun.
Alrighty. Stealth first. Okay, that's a 17.
Okay. 17.
And my passive perception is a 23, but let's see what I can actually roll. 18 plus 8 is 26? Yeah, 26.
Okay. Well then. Let's have some fun then. All right, so you and I'm going to use the map that we're using in Roll20. That's just going to be like a reference for you, okay? Right now you're in the big building.
In the big building where the little people are.
Yes, that's you guys. If anyone else is curious, you can search Lancaster Castle, and that's what I'm using as the layout for tonight. So please feel free to search that, and there's a virtual tour. I'll do my best, but obviously I'm going to fantasy it up. So if you see like a kitchen, it might be a kitchen. It might just be where, I don't know, it could be something else. Please ignore any gift shops on the map. So you start heading out. I almost said it. Quiet as a mouse. Damn it. So you start shifting through the hall. And at first you don't hear much. It's a quiet hallway. This is very high up in the castle, a little bit out of the way. You assume, based on what was in the closet, that there's storage here. You pass by a few closed doors, but they're big enough and burly enough doors, old enough architecture, that you can kind of squeeze in. And you sort of peek your head through, and you see one of them seems to be another sort of excess storage area, but this is specifically for siege defenses. You see that there are well, give me an intelligence check.
Sorry, I'm trying not to laugh. Daisy is just failing her stealth roll next to me. So bad. Intelligence, right? 4.
You have no idea what these things are for. There's a lot of like sticks and weapons, and you don't know what any of it does.
Pointy shit. Got it.
Yeah, it's just another weapons storage area. So yeah, you continue on. You kind of pull your head back out, and start scooting along. Give me actually. Oh, that was a mistake. That dice was too big for the dice tower.
Oh no.
Oh, okay. And ooh, I like that. Just so anybody knows, I use Ninja Turtle dice to make NPCs
Squeaky, squeaky.
for personality types. If you need some archetypes, Ninja Turtles are pretty good. almost went with Golden Girls, decided Ninja
That's
Turtles was
amazing.
a little more diverse. Even though they're all turtles. So you hear a little bit of chatter, like people talking. You inch over to the to a corner, to a wall, so you so you can get ignored. And you see two soldiers. They're not wearing. They're wearing helmets that you can see their faces. One of them is a human with sort of dark tan skin. The other one is a. We're gonna go with the other one looks like a dwarf.
Yeah.
With slightly bluish tinted skin, maybe a little gray. And you watch as they both start. They're clearly doing a march down the hallway. This is based on the way they're carrying themselves. This is a very boring, very routine watch that they're doing.
That's good. If it's boring, then they don't know we're here.
It's boring, but they also seem very tense. And they're
Okay,
muttering a little bit to each other. You catch a little bit of a disagreement between, not even a disagreement between, they're commiserating. And one of them, the human, says, "How long do you think you're going to be having to deal with this?" And the dwarf, so that's the human, and the dwarf says, if the general's to be believed, we're gonna be, fighting alongside him? Don't know how I feel about that. Kind of freaky. It's unsettling. You know, like they're like flat. Well, yeah, but like, General says that they're part of the new phase of defense. They, you just make new ones, I guess. I don't know. It still freaks me out, though. And that dragon. No, don't forget, there's another one now. Oh, right. Ugh. The General feels like he's on the level, though, right? He seems like he's doing all right. Only freaking out like the rest of us. I mean, that explosion over near, Angela forgets the name of the place. That explosion up at Lakita, that has everybody a little on edge. All right, but I mean, just because the clocks are all running around with their heads cut off doesn't mean that we need to be making deals with kind of, I don't even know what to make of them. Hey, I'm all for whatever gets us the people and the bodies we need to actually make a concerted effort to make a push, you know? I suppose. And they keep walking.
Haru is kind of ruminating on that and kind of thinks to herself, so they're working together against the Mechanist Authority, potentially? That is a bigger issue. And I'm going to try and see if I can figure out who the heck this general is and where they might be.
Sure. This is a very, very big fort, and you are a very, very tiny person.
Yeah.
So, well, go ahead and give me an investigation check. Your perception was high enough. Let's see if you can piece together anything.
I've got a decent insight as well. Let's hopefully I can. Yes, my +0 investigation. This will go well.
Let's find out.
Can I use guidance ahead of time?
Yes.
Well, or do I have to wait
Guidance, I don't think you have. I think guidance is
I think it's
just
just a
you just do it.
roll a d4.
D4. Add the roll to one ability check of their choice. It can roll before or after making the ability check.
Okay, I'm gonna do it with
Just roll first and see if you want to use it.
yeah, I'm gonna use it.
Okay.
Ooh, I will take it. So that 21.
21. Okay. You scurry. It takes a little bit of effort to scurry down some steps, but eventually you get to to the next floor, and there's a few more people around. You start dodging around a little bit, and you hear.
Am I
Actually,
down or up a floor?
down a floor.
Down.
You're on the topmost floor, pretty much.
Okay.
And so when you get to the next floor down, there are more people. You don't see as many paper people. You don't see any, really. You see only regular soldiers. They all have the Fort Wildwood insignia, that sort of off version of the Fae tree insignia. I don't remember if I said anything else about what it looked like. I don't remember. I knew it had the tree on it.
Yeah.
So you find a room that is looking over the property, looking over the keep. You see a window out there, and you do catch a glimpse of the dragon that Oliette described, the drake flying over again.
Does it look like the drake we fought before, or is it bigger or smaller?
It went by really fast.
Okay.
And you have a really bad angle to see detail right now.
I am short.
Mice probably don't have really great distance vision.
No.
So
Probably not.
you scurry up a table and glance around at some of the stuff on the table, hoping that nobody notices you. And you see that there are... Well, first you hear sort of squawking. And as a mouse, you have a little freak out.
Yeah.
And you look and you see that you're actually in a room with cages of birds. They look like they might be messenger birds of some kind. What kind of birds are they, Tessa?
They
Don't say
are.
owls. Owls are,
No.
as Brennan Lee Mulligan says, the slowest bird. Perfect for mail delivery.
They're swallows.
Swallows, okay. So we're gonna say they're a little bigger than your average swallow, so they can be laden. And they.
Thank you.
So there are little cages with swallows in them, and they're making their little swallow noises, like I don't know what swallows sound like. Anyway, and this appears to be a station where mail is being sent out, correspondence. And you, and so you crawl up one of the tables, thinking, "Oh shit, letters. That'll be helpful." And as you climb up, you wait till someone moves before you climb up, and then you have all of this paper, half-written missives in scrawls of ink, which also gives you a little bit of a little pause there. But it doesn't seem to be magic ink in any way. Thank you, Heather. And you start reading through the missives, trying to find some element of who is this. And you see, on multiple copies of missives, you see that from Fort Wildwood, General Olivam, Allivam, General Olivam has begun amassing forces at Fort Wildwood for an assault upon the clockwork threat. With new allies and new power, we will finally drive back the menace that has been plaguing us for generations.
Is there... Okay, I'm gonna be really ridiculous for a second. Is there paper and ink that I could write something?
P.S. A mouse wrote this.
Fuck.
P.S. It's a trap! There is pen. There is ink. You are a mouse. What would you like to do?
I am going to use my tail to dip the tip of my tail in the ink.
Okay.
Because I can hold my tail.
You can hold
And
your
use-
tail.
Use my tail to write.
Okay. What are you going to try to write? Tell me so I know how much time it's going to take a mouse to write something with its tail.
Just stick with
Let me
that.
pull up my... Yeah, thank you, Bex. Let me pull up my Rescuers Down Under reference sheet so I can figure that out.
Fuck you, I love that movie. I love Rescuers Down Under.
Are you trying to sneak something onto an existing letter, or are you trying to
That's
write
what
a
I'm
new
trying
one?
I'm gonna...
It does seem to be
Where
not
are-
finished. The one on top seems to be unfinished. There are some
Who is it
finished
to?
ones on the table, though.
Are there... Who are they to?
They are to what look to be different commanders
Okay.
of different divisions. You see one is actually going to send to Mythgar, to the general.
Okay. I'm gonna grab that one.
Okay.
Because I think we had met them.
To the
You
one
did.
we've met?
Yeah.
To the one you met.
Ah.
Paru is gonna take that one and write as quickly as she can, which is gonna be awful.
Quick question.
Mm,
Do you have sending prepared today?
I'm a druid. I don't get sending.
Oh,
I have
Who
a
does?
sending stone
that's right.
to pinball.
That's what I was
it.
thinking of. Okay.
And
Actually, you know
it
what?
is on
I'm
your
just-
person.
I'm just gonna steal that letter. And
It's a... Okay. It is a piece of
wrap my
paper,
tail.
and you are a mouse. Let's unpack that.
can fold it in half and wrap it around my tail, tie it on there.
Uh-huh,
No.
uh-huh.
Okay.
Go ahead and give me a strength check. As you attempt to fold a piece of vellum parchment.
Let's see. I don't-
Strength
do I
check.
get-
As
do I
you
get to keep
attempt
my-
to fold it. You're using the mouse's physical stats.
Yeah,
You
no, I have
are
to-
a mouse.
I have to go grab that. Hang on 1 second.
Just search mouse 5e. I got it too quick. My god.
Look,
It's amazing.
I
No,
have
it's
very-
amazing. No, you're fine. It's
specific
great.
set of skills. This is not
This is
it.
not one of them.
A rat is the closest thing I have, apparently.
That's fine. Rat's fine.
This is so ridiculous. Okay.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
wonderful.
How long has Paru been gone? About the time this is going.
How'd you do?
Don't
Did
like
you get a
that.
fucking nat 20? Did you get a
Don't like
fucking
that.
nat 20?
No,
Did you get a
no.
Did you get a nat 1?
No, I got an 18 minus 4. 14.
Okay, so listen. So hear me out. Okay. So, a mouse trying to steal a piece of paper.
It's not gonna work. I know. it's
Man, I
fine.
really wish I had played more Humblewood or Humblewood. They're normal size anyway. I'm trying to think of like one where
Yeah,
you're playing animals in a human world.
It's fine. Do
I'm
not
gonna
worry
say
about
it would have been a 15 difficulty, a medium difficulty
it. That is
to
fair.
do that as a
is fair.
mouse. So
She goes-
boom, you're like you roll it. You're like, I got it. Oh, it starts unrolling. You have no means to like hold it shut. Do you do anything else?
Fuck this. No, she just takes a note of the general's name and
Okay.
like one of us can figure something out. It's smarter than me trying to do this.
Okay.
All right.
So, Olya, your question. So a normal person, sorry,
Not
a
Paru
full-size person, a humanoid, would probably have spent maybe a minute or two walking down the hall. Paru's a mouse and was being thorough, so probably maybe 5 to 6 minutes she's been gone.
You don't hear any screaming, so that's good.
That's a good sign. Do you guys do anything during the interim?
Keeping an eye out the window, I'm trying to observe the patterns of the soldiers moving around on the ground. Like, does it seem like they move in large groups or small groups? Does it seem like, you know what I mean? I'm trying to get a gauge as to, would we potentially have any openings on the ground if we were to make it that far, or observing the behavior of these people interacting with these paper people? Like, are there ever any interactions or altercation like that? I'm kind of obsessed with behavior.
Give me pitch me a skill. What do you want to roll for that?
I mean, I feel like it's insight.
I was leaning
much better stats.
I
than
was
that, but
I
feel
was
like it's
between
insight.
investigation and insight. So
That's fair.
Whichever one you want to do.
I would say insight seems a little bit, because I'm trying to get a vibe on.
You're gonna get
them.
more of a vibe than you are like battle movements if you do insight.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
That is a fair call. That's a nat 1, so it doesn't super matter what the fuck that's a 5 total.
This is just bonkers. You see, oh god, you see, so you see these paper soldiers in armor. You can't really tell anything else about them. You see some that are like hooved. Maybe there's like minotaurs or something. There's like big ones. You
Okay.
see a few paper gnolls. Give me a perception check. You're gonna do all the rolls tonight. It's gonna be great.
Oh, that's a 19. That's way better. Perception, 21.
Well, when you see a gnoll, you go, shit, because you immediately flash back to Chanterelle and the incursion by the paper
Right.
gnolls. A couple of them are like in a pair, and they're walking around. They look singed.
Huh. Okay. Okay, cool. So he recycles. Cool. Yep. Got it.
Okay,
I figured out what I wanted to write
what do you
on
want
the
to
letter. The ink heart lies.
The ink heart lies. You fucking taken a better name than I had. Ink heart, that's great.
It's hard.
No, it's great. I'm gonna write it all over my notes.
Trying
Like
to think of like
it's gonna just be
words.
it's perfect. It's just gonna be written all over my notes like the cake is a lie. It's just gonna be like it's scribbled everywhere.
You write that on the note to Olvar. I found his name, Olvar God's Eye.
Olvar God's Eye, thank you.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Bex, can you please post all of this into the Discord? Because I
Yes,
really,
please.
really want there to be a Rescue Aid Society one-shot, and we will 100% do it in, like, Humblewood, or we'll figure it out. Maybe even Mouse Guard, I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yes.
We'll run it in something. Maybe Powered by the Apocalypse would be fun.
Yes.
So anyway, sorry. Getting off topic.
So the ink heart lies is
The
what
ink heart
she's
lies.
writing.
You write it on Olvar's letter. Do you try to
Mhm.
hide it somewhere so it's not noticeable? Like, not at the very bottom, but like maybe in between the lines or something, so it kind of blends in? Because someone folding
Really
it. Okay, that's fine.
Intelligent,
You just scribble it
unfortunately.
in. It's fine. Let me just do
Do you
a
add your name or anything so he knows who it's from?
I draw a mushroom next to it.
Give me a
Sleight of hand,
give me
sleight of tail.
give me a sleight of Yeah, give me a calligraphy check. Give me a handwriting check, and then I will tell you why.
It's a +0 for a mouse, so
Okay.
I'll take it.
No.
13.
13. Okay. Okay. Can anyone in the class tell me what would have happened if she'd rolled really poorly?
It's just footprints.
This looks like a
And
dick. It's just a penis in the middle of the letter. Yeah, you're fine. It does look like a mushroom. More like a mushroom than something else.
I did not realize where you were going with that.
I'm like, this could
Yep.
go. This is a good example, prime example, everyone, if you're trying to DM. Make your players roll if failure is interesting. It's a good example. Okay. So you write that, and do you do anything else, or you just get out of Dodge?
I try to stick it back in, and then I get out of Dodge.
Sure, I assume you just were like pushing it. Yeah, you just like pulled a little bit out,
Yes.
wrote, and then pushed it back. Okay.
Yeah. And I don't think I can get a bird out of its cage to like deliver it now, so I'm not even gonna try that.
Yeah,
I'm just
I don't
gonna,
think that's
I'm
good.
gonna go.
Okay.
I'm gonna go. I think it is high time. I have names. I know they're working together. It's time to get back to the rest of the crew.
Okay. So.
I already went farther than I should have away, and it's not gonna be happy. I went
Yeah,
downstairs.
probably not.
I should go back.
So you start heading downstairs, or heading back upstairs. That takes a little longer.
Yeah, it's a little harder to do.
So in total, you're probably gone about 15 minutes.
Out of the 4 hours, I can be a mouse.
Yes. And you arrive back, and they all see you. Well, you're in one piece. It's good.
Like I wouldn't be?
Huh.
She pops back up.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say a mouse giving me the finger. That's new. Weirdly, should have. I was gonna say should have
She
been on my.
absolutely flips him off as the mouse.
Okay.
And then
I don't know why, but getting flipped off by a mouse should have been like on my bucket list or something.
I'm glad to have assisted with your bucket list.
Thank you.
It does kind of feel like a landmark event.
So
Let me know if there's anything else I can do to accommodate.
What else did you find? That'll be a good start.
They're working together. The Fort Wildwood folk and the paper soldiers are working together to spurn back the Clockwork Authority.
Well, that's
Well,
a term.
fuck.
General Alabem is writing letters to different commanders around the area, talking about amassing forces against the Clockwork threat.
Okay.
Not all of the guards are particularly okay with it. They feel that it's a little creepy.
Valid.
Definitely got 2 dragons, but they're considering it a new phase of defense. There's a downstairs. There's a room full of like messenger swallows sending out these missives.
Okay.
Oh yeah, if you have sending, you might be able to let General Olvar know in advance, in case the message I tried to slip into his letter doesn't come across.
I'm sorry, what?
Well, it's hard to write with a tail. General Olvar is getting a letter from General Alabem, who's here, about amassing forces. So I tried to tell him that the Inkheart is a liar. But you might be able to send a sending and do a better job than my tail scribbles.
This character, that's the guy in Mythgar, right?
Yeah, it's the Centaur
Yeah.
General.
Okay. Okay. I guess.
Do we know who General Alavam Olivam is?
Do we know where he is?
He's
I mean,
somewhere here, but
There's got to be what, like a general's office or maybe a war room or.
there's a room next door to us that's full of a bunch of like real long pointy things. Maybe there's something in there.
Maybe there's there's also possibility there's like a throne room or something. I mean, it's like a keep, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't necessarily want to go there though if he's in league with you know who.
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah. Just a thought.
Wait, do we have confidence that he is not the Lord of Tales?
I mean,
Do
It
we
sounded
know who
very
Olavam is?
if he's
It sounded like they were working together, but I don't know if he's not. Because I didn't want to go too much further. I was already kind of a little farther away than
I mean, if he is the okay, so I kind of sort of lost control when he was in my head.
Mm-hmm.
We know.
But it was still me. It just was me under like charm. Just really gnarly.
Oh,
like you were being puppeted, kind of.
My perception was being altered. I was acting with really persuasive bad information.
So we think that's possibly what's happening with this individual.
Maybe
Could be.
he's, I mean, if he genuinely thinks what he's doing is good for the war effort, but hasn't really thought about the fact that he's handing over his army to, or at least allying his army with some, I don't know.
I had a
Creature.
kind of scary thought.
Yeah, why not?
Well, no.
Not like anything else hasn't been scary today.
So, I mean, you guys know we took the dagger and we've been keeping it somewhere safe.
Yeah.
But we didn't do that with the gauntlet. I mean, we tried to make it safe, but, you said you saw singed knolls down there, right? Like the paper knolls from Santarel?
Yep.
We kind
not
of, buried the gauntlet because we didn't really have a lot of good other options.
Yeah.
And, you know, it was kind of gruesome. Sorry.
No, it's valid.
Okay, so out of here. We have to get out of here. How are we gonna do that?
Sneak?
Sneak, yes. I'm still using that. Sneak. I can try and get a hold of Pinball and see if he's got an idea.
Not bad.
Before we leave the closet, and then we
You want me to send to Pinball and ask him how to come out of the closet?
I don't think the man's ever. No, I think he needs to know that we're here, and that if everything goes sideways, he should be the one who's aware of what's happening. And let him know that we will message him again when we get out. And if he doesn't hear from us, that would be an indication of a problem.
If he doesn't hear from us, he might want to try to get a hold of the kittens and the babas.
Yeah.
That's a lot for one message, but yes, if you can figure that out.
How long do we want to give him before, if he doesn't hear from us, it's a problem?
A day.
If he doesn't hear from us tomorrow,
Yep, that's fair.
Yeah? Right?
send help.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sounds fine.
Okay. All right, let me try and word this.
Great.
In
mean, maybe we could use like a fire as a distraction. They really didn't like fire very much the last time we had to fight them. And even the people aren't gonna like fire, so...
Sure. That also does kind of throw up a flag that there's something going down here that's not supposed to. We don't know if she's contacted him to let him know that she's not... She's supposed to be here in this closet, not us, right? So how long until somebody starts wondering why she's not here? Whether that's Olivam or Lord of Tales or whoever.
I mean, that's just... Go ahead.
No, it's all right. I was just going to say, to be fair, we don't know exactly how she was getting signals to him, so he might not have been in direct contact. He might have just left a breadcrumb trail. Like hunter marks on trees when I go hunting.
Fair.
So that if I don't come back quickly, you guys know which way I went.
And who knows if, you know, she intended to teleport into this closet. Maybe she just meant to teleport to this location, and then, you know, it's just... You know, she would have just made a way where she needed to go after that.
Yes. My point is there's a lot of variables, so...
We do need to make a move, yeah.
Our best bet at this point is to just go little by little. Try as much as possible not to make very much noise. I will do my best. And, you know...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
To be fair, we were just in, like, the fight of our life, so this isn't that much different, right? We already have our game faces on.
The number of enemies we're up against with just us 5 is a bit different, but other than that, you're right.
Okay. Paru pulls out the stone.
Okay. What do you say? What's the news? Tell me what's happening.
In Fort Wildwood, army of evil minions stuck without extraction plan, no book. If no contact by tomorrow, contact kittens ASAP. Love, Paru.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay. Can you send that to me since you counted it?
Yeah, I counted it like 3 times.
Nice.
But yeah, I will send it to you.
Much appreciated.
Okay. So what do we do to move?
Your husband. Hold on.
Well, to start, Harland will kind of concentrate a little bit, and you see, like, from the tips of his fingers and the tips of his feet, it almost looks like there's like a ripple going up, and it almost looks like he's folding in places.
Ugh.
And
Given the paper dude, not a good vibe.
but like just not violently, just it looks like more of a ripple, and he looks like one of the paper soldiers.
Creepy.
Do you look two-dimensional?
I imagine he looks like cell shaded, like somebody doing a Borderlands cosplay.
Love it. Okay.
Well, it's disguised self, so
But it's color.
That's
But
true.
the
I mean, you
color is
could.
right, and yeah.
You could. Yeah, I guess there's no language that says you can't be flat.
Can you change dimensions?
It doesn't say you can't. Okay. All right.
Paru, you get a response after a moment.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot. But thanks for the heads up. Standing by, I will, in the meantime, come up with a brilliant plan. And that's all you get.
Pinball is on standby.
Okay. Okay.
And planning away.
All right, so did you get any idea of which direction we might want to go, Haru, when you were looking around?
Down. I do want your opinion on what was in this room, because especially yours, Beza, because you might actually know what it was beyond, like,
Pointy things?
pointy, sticky things. It was like
Alright.
a weapons closet, but I don't know. Maybe there's something else in there. But yeah, one floor down. Like it seems like there's no paper people, just people.
All right, but how many people were there? Because if they're on the same side, we don't want to run into them either.
It was a handful.
Eh, not a lot. Just statue casually.
Right.
As you do. Okay. Okay.
I don't know. I can't think of any good distractions. That's not really what I'm good at. I just, I'll go in and hit things.
Just pretend like you know what you're doing, like you're supposed to be there.
Like what we did when we were escaping the reclamation center.
Yeah, when we were leaving the city, it's just act like you're supposed to be there, and people will give you the benefit of the doubt.
I don't look like I'm supposed to be anywhere, though. I stand out.
Okay,
I-
well,
Does that
Then-
apply to like military installations?
maybe just don't let anyone see you at all. And I'm gonna pull out my sewer and play a quick little tune and cast Greater Invisibility on Beza.
Okay,
That
Awesome.
works.
that's great.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Beza.
A minute, we
disappeared.
gotta go.
All right.
Could you technically put her in your hand, Elaine?
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Oh, that's true. I don't have to breathe.
Plan B, let's go.
Okay. Beza, hold my hand.
Okay.
I got it. Okay. All right, she's gone. Was this before or after the invisibility? I assumed after, which is why I had him be like, Beza, I
Yeah.
don't know where you are. Come here.
Sure, but if he's gonna put her in her hand, then she doesn't need to be invisible if she's in another plane.
That's valid.
So I would say if we do the invisibility, then she doesn't need to be in his hand. We just need to move. But if we want to put her in his hand,
Then we don't risk being
Don't-
heard with the sewer.
well, we're in the closet. This is the safest place for me to cast this spell.
True.
Alright.
Valid.
So if we want to go hand, that's fine. But I don't want to waste a spell to make her invisible for a minute in another plane of existence.
Then let's not worry about that. Have if you want Verlaine to hold on to her, and then poof, when
Mhm.
the one problem with that is she is not aware of her surroundings.
So she's just gonna shunt.
She's
out
gonna
of there
show up and be like,
fine.
Beza, if I let you out, just come out swinging.
All right.
Oh, because
Make sure you point her that way. Then.
oh no, the plan is I'm gonna run very far away when I do it.
Okay. All right, then let's move.
Okay. So here's what I need from everybody. I need a stealth check.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, not really trying to be stealthy.
I mean, are you going in guns blazing?
Well, no,
No, he
just I'm trying
disguised
to act
himself.
normal.
Oh, you, sure. Give me a deception check from you. As you're trying to act like
Well,
one of them
we
theirs.
saw them all moving in groups, right? We didn't see anybody moving alone.
correct. You didn't see anyone moving alone. They were in pairs or like it was 2s, 3s, and 4s basically.
So, which did you say, deception or performance? Which one?
I'd say deception because you're trying to play it off like you are what you
Dirty
look
20.
like. Yeah. Okay. You're fine.
Let's get, I guess. Okay. So I assume we're following behind Harland a little bit, letting him take the lead. Okay.
Correct. I
You
would
said
say.
stealth then for everyone else?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dirty 20.
Nice.
13.
13. And then Elaine. Yeah, he's fine. Rolling in single digits and still doing well.
Hey.
That's our boy. All right, so you all head out. Villain is holding on to Beza, and Harland, you are in the lead a little bit. So, you make your way down the hallway. Do you go into that storage room that Paru mentioned, or do you not worry about that?
I definitely pointed out.
Okay.
So
Villain takes a glance inside. I don't know what the fuck any of that is. Sorry. Beza? Oh, shit.
that I-
Right, if I bring her out, she's gonna... Shit. Fuck.
our brilliant plan.
I don't know if it matters.
Okay, well,
It's fine. It's okay. It's fine.
it's fine.
Like, unless you saw anything labeled defeat our army here, I don't know.
I did not see anything that specifically said delete our army here. What if they have alchemist, like a barrel of alchemist fire?
Do you see a barrel of alchemist fire in here?
I don't know. It was a bunch of like siege weapons and shit. But like, didn't you pour boiling oil on people? I mean, what if you just throw a thing of alchemist fire on a bunch of paper?
Give me
minions?
give me a perception check.
Natural 20 for a 28.
You do not see any alchemist fire in the upstairs storage room. The not climate controlled storage room. You see
It
none.
was worth a shot.
It was worth a shot. I'm sorry, I could not.
No, it's totally fine. That's fair.
All right. So Harland, you are in the lead. So I'm gonna give you basically I'll give you first dibs on what's going on. And you head down the steps looking like a paper Harland or looking like a paper someone else?
Just generic soldier.
Okay. So a generic soldier B continues down the hallway, and you glance around looking for what? What are you trying to do? What is your goal here as you're traveling?
Looking for a route out of this fort.
Okay. Looking for an exit plan. Sounds good. So you head down the steps. You go by the mailroom. Everybody else is stealthing. Once in a while, you get to a point on a turn where you have to kind of pause everybody because there's another patrol coming through. What do you do as another pair of soldiers walk past you? They start heading in your direction. How do you behave? Just out of curiosity. It's not going to affect your roll because your deception was good.
Okay. Well, if we were walking down the middle of the hall, what's their stance? What are they?
They're
looking
just
like?
They're looking a little bored and a little agitated. They don't enjoy what they're doing right now. Kind of glancing at rooms. They kind of open a room up, close it, keep walking. They're not even talking to each other. They're just...
I think just out of... I think he'd try to keep moving, but he'd like want to move to the side of one of them and kind of like turn sideways and like walk, not like, oh man.
Are you allowing yourself to be visible though? Like you're not trying to hide?
I'm not trying to hide.
As they see you as they're coming down the hallway, they like look at you, and they look like they're trying to figure out how to give you a wide berth.
So just walk in between the middle of them without paying them any attention.
One of them like opens a door and kind of step backs into it to give you room. They're creeped out by you. They don't want to be near you.
Cool. Proceed onward.
Everybody else, however, ducks into rooms, or ducks around a corner, and they're so creeped out by you, Harland, and I'm gonna give you a little bit of editorial credit here. You, like, watch them as they go down the hallway, realizing you have a creep factor that you can exploit. You hold you catch the eye of one of them and you hold their gaze, and they just watch you the whole way. They completely pass where the others are hiding because they're so creeped out by you. They're just like, and they don't even look the other way.
A little bit of a like a little bit of a head twitch, like get a little Silent Hill nurse up in there.
Oh God, great, thank you. Thank you. I hate it. It's wonderful.
You don't like.
No, it's great. So you creep them out, and they pass. Villain sort of nods. All right, come on. And you continue heading forward. You have an option as you get towards another downward stairs. You have the option to go left or right. There's no real indication of where they are, or like which way they go. It's just a left or right turn.
Left.
Okay. So you make the left and you start heading down the stairwell. You hear more talking, more commotion, more sounds of armor, as you find a barracks off to the side of the hallway, and you find there's storage rooms everywhere, and bedrooms. There's like suites and stuff too, but are basically they've been converted into barracks. Sorry. What were you gonna do? Like, maybe there's a bed and breakfast inside the keep. Do you think they have?
Maybe there's a vanity I could like make sure.
Do you think it's just a continental breakfast, or there might be something hot? Like, what do you think?
Well,
Better
it's
be
right
chocolate
there.
croissants.
Clearly, there is something hot.
So as you get to a point, Harland, where there are a lot of people, enough that you're gonna be noticed.
Do these does the room have a door, or is it just like an open doorway?
It has a door. It's open, but it has a door.
Okay. Yeah. I guess we'll not trying to stealth. We'll just like kind of like walk over to the door and like stand in front of the doorway, and then
They all kind of quiet down and stare at, like, a couple of them are like kind of straighten up a little bit. They don't like you being around.
so he like kind of turns and stares at the door, and then reaches out and just slowly shuts the door, and like
As the door closes, you hear one of the soldiers muttering, "Fucking paper cut hall monitor." And there's like a chuckle among the soldiers. And you
the door's closed now, so yeah.
And Valaine's just like, it is fucking bizarre how effective this is.
Yeah.
So
You said something about method acting.
Yeah, so listen, I don't want to make anybody like say I told you so or give me a look or anything like that. I just now remembered that I could do this. he also shifts. Don't call me a copycat. I just realized I could do this. So he just looks generic. He goes into sort of. I forgot he's a changeling for like 20 seconds or 20 minutes. Villain shifts into very generic human version of Villain. Dark, shaggy brown hair. His eyes are blue like they used to be, but he looks human. He's not that pale color. And he's wearing armor that looks like the Wildwood armor. His armor has now shifted to have that symbol on it. I will note, outside the book, he doesn't have that reflective mirror quality to his armor. His armor was just pretty. It was like shiny platinum. But so he shifts and kind of weirdly relaxes a little bit, like he's blending in better, so he feels a little more at ease. And you continue past the barracks. There is a... Actually, I don't need to ask you this. I have your passives. Wait.
I'm in cold storage. I don't see anything.
No, I know. I'm sorry. So Tessa is not here. But whenever the question of passive perception comes up, it's always Paru. So I'll bring that up in a minute. So you continue down the hallway, and you notice that there are not many paper people in this hallway. You do, however, note that as you're walking down the hallway, there are some windows along the hall. One side is daylight. Oh no, they're both daylight. And you look through some of the windows as you're walking, and you see that on one side it's the outer area that you've already seen, and on the other side is a view of the courtyard in the middle of the keep. You are, just for the sake of your image here, or just sake for the Roll20 map, you are about here right now. And you see in the courtyard, there is more of a collection of these paper creatures. You all see the gnolls and these elves, which throws a little bit to Paru, because when that teleportation circle got destroyed, it was an elf that had been sent there.
Yep.
You also see probably a like a big ass orc, like a big one, like almost a troll size, between like a troll and an orc. Paru, with your passive of 23, you catch inside the across the courtyard, in another like cloistered area, you see passing by one of the openings in the cloister a figure that is very hard to see because of the shadow. You only noticed because of the movement and it kind of catching the light a little bit. It was almost shiny black. Going past a doorway with this flash of, like I said, reflective black. Big, maybe big. You might have saw wings.
Oh.
But you only catch it just before it disappears behind like through a doorway, and so you don't get a good look at it. You only saw what was very, I mean, based on the context, very probably ink.
Yeah. Shiny black. Large. Shit.
What?
Large, inky black figure across the courtyard. Just slipped in behind a door.
Okay.
suspicious and probably not good.
Everything here is suspicious, so, just add it to the list.
Like, potentially almost... I don't know, my brain just went gargoyle-sized.
Awesome.
Yeah. I maybe wings?
Okay.
You did say maybe wings, right, Angela?
Yep, maybe
Okay.
wings.
I had a moment of like, did I imagine you saying that?
You
Okay.
think you might have seen wings. You thought it was big, but then you caught like a flicker of movement that might just be the bigness might have just been something on its back, making it seem much bigger as a creature than it was.
I don't know if we want to go towards it and figure out what the heck is going on, or if we want to just avoid the shit out of it.
I don't know.
Your guess is as good as mine.
He looks to the others. What do you want to do? Just get out? We can just get out.
I don't think we're prepared to handle this particular situation. I think we just leave.
Yeah.
I'm not
Still fine
opposed.
with me.
I really want to get back to the book. It scares me that being away from it and the kittens and how we left things on either side.
I mean, our respective groups were doing rather well.
Yeah, I
when
mean,
we
you can
left
see
them.
some of the shit Misery was doing.
And
Yeah, but how much time passes over there while we're over here?
it varies, right?
It's not always the
different every
same.
time.
Yeah,
We should have a conversation not inside this fort.
and not out loud. Yeah, sorry.
Yes.
Everyone just goes. You
I will
continue-
say,
Oh, go ahead.
I will say that this is likely a unique opportunity that
For
will
what?
not present itself again.
For what? Just reconnaissance?
Well, yeah, because you know who hasn't exactly been tipped off that we're here, but I don't know if he recognizes us on side of, if that would be dangerous, but we have a little bit of an element of surprise. So we can make use of it to make our escape, or we can make use of it to reconnoiter, or a little bit of both, but whichever everybody thinks.
Are you suggesting that we follow that thing?
Russell.
Hold on. The sound of him shrugging.
The Foley.
This is the ASMR session. God, why didn't you make yourself an ASMR? God damn it. Would have been perfect.
Okay. I don't think it's a bad idea. We haven't had a lot of time to get caught up, but they're slick, and I think the Queen of Beauty was trying to help, but she kind of fucked things for me, and
Sorry.
it's fine. I don't know how I feel about any of us going alone anywhere right
I don't
now.
want any of this. I don't want it. I don't want us to do that.
I kind of a little bit almost
Terrible
died,
idea.
just a little bit.
All right.
So
We'll unpack that later.
we'll go if we want to go, but we go together.
Yeah.
I mean,
Elaine just nods. Like,
do you think if we follow that thing, there's still a way out?
I mean,
Well,
the keep goes in a circle. I mean, we could just fucking break a window.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. If
We
it's
have
not
to.
too high off the ground, we can just defenestrate ourselves.
Defenestration, but when you defenestrate, you're not like throwing yourself out of a fence.
Don't.
I'm not
Oh my
sure
God.
how I feel about
don't
that.
think about it too hard.
Okay.
No.
Don't.
That's fine.
Oh.
That's fine.
Kyle.
All right.
Yeah,
Kyle.
I'm really proud of you.
Combined with Jinx right now, just the two of you. I'm
He's
gonna.
been messaging me too.
Oh my god.
Did he
Stop
I called him
giving.
an alabastard.
That's very good. That's very good. Beza, hold on to that one for someday.
That was very good. No, he just asked me if you and Ollie were an item, and then imagine the paper cut was the next response, and I just like, I fucking
Oh.
hate you right now, dude.
No. Anyway,
Dude.
being put back on task by Oliette because she's
Sorry.
still wearing that outfit. It's very appropriate.
Yeah.
She is
Oh my
still in the
god.
step on me, mommy outfit. Yeah.
So, you continue forward, looking for another stairwell. Give me another stealth check as you go down the next flight of stairs. Oh, Verlaine. You saw nothing.
15.
26.
11 plus.
Did you want the same
Four.
roll, the deception from me?
Yes.
Or is that- okay.
Same for you.
15.
15, okay.
17 for me.
All right. All of you are pretty good. How did you do, Paro?
15.
15, okay. So, you continue down to the next section of the keep. Yes, that's where we go. And you're getting a little lower. This place is multiple stories tall, and you still get a view of the courtyard. This is a straightaway section. There's like a dining space here. There's you do hear a little bit of. You hear a gruff, clipped voice, and a bunch of yes sir, yes general, yes sir, yes, and a collection. God damn it! A collection of guards. That's what they're called technically when they're in a group. They leave, and you all sort of slow a bit. Well, those of you who don't look like someone who's supposed to be around here, and they pass by you. Verlaine makes a concerted effort to stand in front of Oliette and Paru, kind of block their way, or block their view. And Harlan, sort of at the front, drives them further to the other side of the hall, so that definitely helps. You see some firelight coming in through the door, this open doorway. And Harland, as you pass, you see this is what looks to be what was a den or some sort of large bedroom with a huge fireplace, but instead of a bed in the room, you see a massive, like a massive table that's been upturned and turned into a like board that's now like punctured with a bunch of maps and stuff. And it's tall enough that you can kind of see the whole thing. And it's a map of the island. You see a bunch of, they look like almost like large nails that have been painted on the head. And nailed into the table in different spots to denote certain things on the map. Unless you take the time to study it, you don't really get much out of it other than you know where the chronograms are, so you know where those are marked. They're probably that. But do any of you do anything as you pass by this room and see two people? You see a... one is clearly in charge, just by virtue of the fact that he has a suit of plate armor. He has some insignias on his chest. Older man, probably in his 60s. He's got like brushed back hair, messy brushed back hair, very grayed, with a dark mousy brown. He's got a rough pair of mutton chops and some stubble going. And he is just kind of scrubbing at his face, staring at the map. And beside him is a tiefling woman. very, very pale, with bright red hair. And when I say pale, I mean like white. I mean, I don't know, Oliet. You seem like you have similar aesthetics. She's got tattoos all over her in different colors. She's got piercings. Her horns kind of flare back. And she's sort of palming / spinning / fucking around with a pitch black, what looks like obsidian trident in her hands. Like, she's just bored. She's sitting against another table, just kind of watching. And and what you assume is General Olivam, sorry, doesn't look back at her, but just says, "Would you mind stopping that?" And the woman, they go, "Well, give me something to do, and I will stop annoying you." She, do you do anything?
Away from this room are we?
Like, you're about to, like, I gave you a big sense of stuff as you're just getting up to it. Like, Harland can see in the room.
Okay. But it's just that the door is ajar. There's no, like, windows or anything in, so we would have to actually
There
physically...
are some windows, but they're on the far side of the room.
Okay.
This is like a private quarters kind of thing.
Okay. If Harlan is the first to see in, then I defer to his judgment. I want to see if he keeps walking or...
I mean, he will slow down. Yeah, Harlan will slow down. He's not talking right now because of people.
So paper person soldier stops in the doorway.
I said slow down. I didn't say stop.
Okay, slow down. Sure. The tiefling catches a glimpse of paper fluttering past. They're supposed to be here? Or what supposed to be here? Or whom? You know what? I'll stop bothering you. And she steps up and starts heading for the exit of the room towards you all.
Harlan returns to his original speed. This person looks pretty young. Probably a little younger than you guys. And she gets out the door. As you all see Harlan picking up speed, what do you do?
I think since Villain is in front and kind of blocking us a bit, I want to... Is there anywhere that I could back up a couple steps and freeze maybe? Because I don't understand what's happening.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure,
I want
you could stop and back away from the door frame a little bit.
Yeah, and get as... Like, let Villain be the buffer and just kind of, like, slide out of sight if there's anywhere to do that. Because something seems bad.
Okay.
And running seems like a bad idea.
Okay. So she slips out of the door, and you see her put the trident down on the ground and stare out at Harland and Villain. Hey. Chuckle Fox. Yeah, I'm talking to you.
That's the most accurate thing we've been called ever.
Are you with Paru? Are you with
No,
Elaine
I
and Harland, or are you with Oliette?
No, I'm with Oliette.
Yeah, I
Okay,
would have
so you
dragged
stop.
like come on. We're fucked.
Verlaine just kind of slows to a stop, turns around. Can I help you? This thing bothering you, soldier? What? No? Kind of looks her up and down. No, ma'am.
Haru is looking pained.
Ew!
At-
Don't say ma'am. It makes me feel no. Don't do that. And Harlan, have you continued walking or have you stopped?
I think Harlan just stopped and is not turning to face the person who has addressed them.
And the girl walks up and pats Verlaine on the chest and goes, "It's fine. I'm new. Don't worry about it." Hey, hey, Lieutenant Origami, come here. Turn around. Come here. Do I?
Oh my god.
My God, Kyle.
Nicely done.
Kyle, please take inspiration. That's for all 3 moments I've wanted to give that to you tonight. Okay. So she walks up to you. You're taller than her significantly. And she seems like she's talking to Verlaine as she studies you a little bit, kind of like looking for a reaction. So what do you figure these things are? You're asking me? Yeah. I'm here like 24 hours and your general shows up with these things. I have no idea what they are. They're interesting though, right? Interesting's a word, I guess. I'd say more, unnervingly disposable. And she, like, licks a finger and just kind of tries to bop you on the nose. You slowly back away. Oh, it seems to have a preference. So are they, like, actually paper? Like, if I like, and she, like, has her trident up and, like, mimes stabbing him. Like, if I just did that, like, would it... I think they'd consider that an act of aggression and probably try to, I don't know, cut you. She's like, that's good, I like that. No, but seriously. Yeah, I don't think they'd like it. Okay. Well, if they're not bothering you, I think we're all good to go here. And she sort of looks Harland up and down again. Oh. You all have a... I don't know. What are you doing? Like, just patrolling? Verlaine, like, was about to move, and then she talks to him again. Yeah, just patrolling. He's losing his cool a little bit. And those two? Looks past Verlaine. Also patrolling. By the way, love your outfit. Looks at Oliette.
It's a new issue.
She leans against the wall with her trident, just kind of tapping it on the ground a little bit. It makes glass noise as she taps it. It is pitch dark, but it does reflect. It looks to be made of, like I said, it looks to be made of obsidian. Almost.
I was struggling really hard not to laugh.
Just really regretting these heels right now. Okay.
Did you say that out loud?
I do. It's under my breath, but if she's super perceptive, she might hear it.
Let me check. Was I given a character sheet? Yes, I was. Oh, never apologize for them. So I'm gonna take a guess. I'm gonna take a guess and say y'all aren't actually from around here. It's okay. Me neither.
What gives you that impression?
Can't imagine. Is this thing real? Or are you just, like, following it?
What is she pointing at?
Harland.
I mean, it's a tangible object, so I would say it's real.
We're
You guys made buddies with one of the paper goons?
not exactly, but I mean, you must have noticed that people don't really take very kindly to them. So we've just
they're
started
creepy
following
as
it because
fuck.
it's kind of clearing the way for us.
Oh. Smart. So, what is it you're, doing loitering around the general's office?
Leaving, if possible.
Leaving. It's a good plan.
Us
Leaving post what activity?
post accidentally landing here.
Oh. I feel you, sister. I feel you. So if I just pretend I didn't see this, what happens?
Nothing. Best case scenario, right?
Worst case scenario?
Good question.
I think your friend over there's ripping himself in fear. By the way, my name's Fear. F-I-R.
Okay.
Don't freak out. Yeah.
Okay. You listen.
Again, she
Men-
looks a little younger than you, Olia, but she seems to have a lot more gravitas than
Sure.
her age might indicate.
You mentioned that you're also very recently landed here.
Yep. And unfortunately, in the middle of some sort of clusterfuck that I don't really, well, let's just say I'm sticking around to see what happens, but I'm probably gonna bounce unless I have a real reason to stay.
How are you getting out of here?
Me? Oh, I'm just gonna hop, skip, a portal jump away, go somewhere else.
Portal to where? And can you open
Literally anywhere else.
And you have the power to open this?
I might. Why? And you now notice that she has an amulet on her, at her throat. Looks like a wheel.
Okay, well, this could go one of several ways. I think the best case scenario is that we collaborate, get out of here.
Listen.
The second best case scenario, right, would be that you just let us to our own fate. We're not snitches.
Don't suppose you can plane hop with those portals?
Okay, so you're not as wet behind the ears as I would have thought.
We really get out of here.
Okay. Give me a persuasion check, Olia.
That's a nat 20 for a 28.
So, you, pointing at Paru, you making a good guess has my curiosity. You, with that outfit, absolutely. So, how's about we all take a walk? Maybe
Okay.
check out the front yard. Because it seems to me you guys poking around, you're gonna get God. You haven't seen half the things that are running around this place.
Talk more about it on our way out.
Yeah. Not to mention the bitch with the arm, who we're gonna avoid. So let's get going.
Hey, whoa.
Okay. 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 Okay.
I want to know more about that as we walk.
Yeah, same here, Verlaine says.
Come on, Crumplestiltskin, let's go.
Crumplestiltskin. Ah! Oh man.
Sorry, Kyle. I couldn't resist it.
It was good. It was good. Well done.
Very good. So Fear, and we'll skip it a little bit. Fear introduces themselves as Fear Dragonglass, she, they, and is a plane hopper.
Fortuitous.
Yeah, you gotta love these NPCs being all plane happy. Yeah, thank you,
We love our
Lane.
audience. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lane.
Thank you, Lane.
Question. Am I gonna get any more attention? Are we gonna be good to just
you're
walk out?
absolutely gonna get some attention. But then again, if you hang out with me, they'll just think you're one of my crew, so you're fine.
Okay,
just
I don't have a problem with that.
yeah, just hang out. I'm pretty cool.
I like the whatever you've got going on here. I'm really into it.
Thank you. It's more of a post-apocalyptic grunge extraplanar thing, intimidating in all planes of existence.
Well, yeah. Okay. Yes. Let's get out of here.
At some point, I need to learn how to do that.
And so she pats Harland on the back. All right, paper. Oh. Kind of shifts over to a bicep and just.
Okay. Careful. Careful. We're still friends. Let's keep it there.
Mm-hmm. She stares at Harlan. What's the DC for seeing past your illusion?
Oh, it's the spell save DC.
Which
I'm
is
pretty
not
sure.
what I'm pretty sure she didn't roll that.
What is that?
You're pretty-
It's a racial feature, so it doesn't say.
It's fine. She
Oh.
rolled a 5. I don't think she
Okay.
senses it.
Oh, it's your spell save DC.
Oh,
which,
okay. Which I think is
okay.
higher than that.
It is higher than 5, yes, I'm sure.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, she's not. Yeah. Anyway, so she.
15.
Yeah, she didn't make that. Well, they're making them beefier than I expected. Yeah, new model, Verlaine says. And she walks you down the next 2 flights. People look, but they don't really stop you. They don't give you much mind. The humans are staring warily at Harland. The paper creatures aren't really paying much attention to you. They're walking forward. And so she heads, she starts leading you towards the courtyard. You're down a stairwell as she's talking. So, just kind of ended up here, on a bit of a trek, as it were. But you don't seem to have, I mean, honestly, you're the first tiefling I've met, and you don't have a, it's gonna be a weird question. Do you have any tattoos? That's up to you.
I don't think that I do. I don't yet.
Good to know. And it seemed like when she was asking that, she was like waiting very cautiously for your answer. When you're like, not yet. I was like, okay. Just kind of goes back to
I
normal.
mean, you got a guy or like?
Oh no! I'm looking for a tiefling who has a mark, very specific mark. Not a big deal. Anyway.
I come from boring talk.
Well, you broke out of that shell. The apple fell very far from the tree. So, just been kind of tooling around. Sounds like this General Olivam is setting up for quite the skirmish.
Yeah. Yeah, there's probably a lot we can share. It just seems unwise to do it here in this courtyard.
Yeah, I got you.
Where are you planning on going?
Literally anywhere else. Do you have a specific destination?
Okay, is this a stretch? Can you get us to the... Can you get us to Fae... We should go to Fagro, because then they can open the doors to where we need to go. Exactly, they will know how to locate them. We don't know how to locate them if we end up randomly in the Feywild. Right?
Okay, so you're looking for a portal to the Feywild, but it's at the... You mean that big-ass tree?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. It was gorgeous. Didn't have time to stop. Yeah.
There's a direct link, I think, of where we need to go from there.
Might have to hop, skip, and jump a little bit. But, yeah, we could give it a go. Just full disclosure, there's a margin of error.
Okay.
And usually I'm by myself.
Where we are right now.
Okay. Okay. But yeah, so, just... And Paru, with your 23 wisdom again, you hear a bunch of gnolls, the paper gnolls, sort of shifting around, and there's a little pack of them that come out of one of the doorways across the courtyard. And they look like they're kind of panic moving a little bit. Like they've been scared loose out of the room by something.
Oh, something scared them. That's not good.
That's probably the bitch.
What scares... Okay, can you, real quick, the bitch with the arm? What?
Yeah, she showed up with the paper creatures. She's the one who made the deal with the general.
What do they look like?
She's got creepy ass arm, big black gauntlet thing. Wings recently. Wings were recent. Big creepy wings. Big teeth. Might be a lot of ink and shit all over, but might be a half orc.
Wait a minute.
Oh no!
Wait a minute.
As the gnolls scatter,
We can't
you
leave.
see coming out of the hall a very intimidating, tall, half-orc woman, all muscle.
Oh god.
Oh no,
Ink,
it's cat.
ink stains up her face, down almost half of her body. Her arm clamped with more of that gauntlet than you saw on Verlaine. These inky black wings, and down one of her legs you see this kind of clawed gargoyle foot. The other side booted and And she looks, yeah, her eyes are completely inky black. And there's, like, just kind of seeping past, the eyes and into the orbitals.
We have to go.
Oh
We
god.
can't. We'll come back for her. We'll come back for her.
And she's just sort of marching down the way. Everyone's avoiding her.
Shit.
So is the plan to fuck off as fast as possible, or is the plan?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
God damn it.
Well then, if that's the case, and you're not stealthing, you just quickly like try to avoid and make your way. The lane looks haunted by the image. And he's the last one of you to move. And he hurries
Just
behind
like grab
you.
their hand and tug them forward.
I'm coming. They're fine. And he kind of shakes it out and follows you. So fear leads you all towards the guardhouse. There's a couple of the human-ish guards sort of stop her and shake out, apparently. Thanks, Whiskey.
Whiskey.
And she looks at the two of them like, am I a prisoner or am I allowed to leave? Pretty sure I was a guest of your general. Who are your friends? Haven't seen them. They popped in to say hi, like me. Problem? Listen, I can go get the general. If you want to cause a fuss, I mean, I thought y'all wanted my help. But we can just go. That's fine. We're taking a walk. And the guard eyes all of you. Harland, I need another deception check from you. Thank you for the paper sound effect.
It keeps getting worse. That's a total of Tides of Chaos.
Okay.
That's better for total of 21.
21? Okay. That does beat his insight. And this one, we made a friend.
Which one?
God, hold on 1 second. Thank you, Mitch.
Mitch.
Uh-oh, what happened?
Mitch sent me something. Did you
Can I
send me
just say,
something?
I
Send me
am
something when you're ready.
Spaghetti
I cannot
right now.
believe you, Angela.
You left it in Chanterelle.
I know.
Come at
What
me
do
with
you
that
want
logic.
me? What
We
did you
didn't know
want
what else to do with it.
It's great. No, it's fine.
God.
I will say, though, that I built her in the last hour. I was, like, on Hero Forge quickly, like, shit. I want this visual.
That physically pains me for so many reasons, Anne. For so many reasons.
Fuck, Kyle.
Not just this campaign.
What?
I know.
What?
No, Kyle sent me his roll. That's a very heavy extreme. Where are you? I put you... There we are. I have a button for this now.
I just looked in chat. Oh no, I don't like it.
Mitch, if you were gonna DM me, I don't have anything from you yet. Unless you DM'd me via Twitch, which is an option, I guess, but... Nope. Anyway, so, Harland.
You don't have to use it immediately. You
I'm
don't
not
even have
going
to
to use it
at all.
immediately. No, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, we'll hold on to it. Okay, so you, they're all standing there with with fear, and the guards just roll their eyes. Don't wander off too far if the general has a good reason for you to be around still. Oh, I can feel the concern. Thank you. And she mutters something under her breath. What languages do everyone speak?
Giant and Elvish.
A lot.
Abyssal, Celestial, Common, and Infernal.
Okay.
Common, Druidic, Goblin, Minotaur, and Vegapygmy.
Minotaur's fun. And... Okay. She's muttering to herself. In Infernal. Because this feels right. Iliad, you hear, may a devil make a ladder of your backbones while picking apples in the Garden of Hell.
Amazing.
Damn.
Just my breath in
Nice.
Infernal. Here, here.
Thank you. Okay. So, you start heading out with her, and you reach the outskirts of the fort proper, and there's more crossing of guards, and you kind of slow down, you stop, you get past, and you end up in the field across the street from the keep. There's a little village outside the keep. There's not a lot of people running around. Seems like maybe the paper folk chased them off. Or people were like, okay, fuck this, we're leaving.
As soon as we're kind of out of eyesight of the keep, like maybe as soon as a building passes between the group and the keep, Harlan's going to drop the disguise.
Okay. Oh, shit. I knew you were too beefy.
Well, I mean, I don't skip leg day.
Oh, absolutely charmed. He gives her a little, more of a playful than an actual flirtatious grin. Let's see. Everybody give me a perception check, as you're all very much on edge, trying to stay away from things.
23.
12.
Oh, Verlaine goes, okay, I'm gonna back up and run away really quick. Don't, hold on. And he walks forward about 30 feet, just kind of like looks like he's about to do a baseball pitch. And like, as he gets to the top of the throw, lets Beza out, and you just like, and you're out, and he runs backwards. So Beza, you're out now, and according to the instructions, we're supposed to come out swinging. And you hear Beza, stop, we're safe, stop.
She lands in a crouched position with both her swords out.
Stop, we're out.
All right, so I don't need these then?
Yeah, you're good.
Not at this particular moment.
And
All right. She puts the blades back and then walks over to the group.
yeah, I got you. Hold on, everybody. 1 second.
One moment, please.
Hold on. 1 second. I just need to pull the audio from one to the other so that you guys can actually hear it.
And I just realized that I had technical difficulties voice, and
It's fine.
no one could hear it anyway.
Now
so-
everybody can hear it. Chris had a power outage, so this is our quick emergency layout. We got you. Everyone should be able to hear us now. So, anyway. Verlaine lets Beza out. Beza gets introduced to Fear. Fear is very impressed with letting someone out of the out of Verlaine's hand, and you all convene. Okay, so I might have fibbed a little bit when I said that I was. I mean, if I implied I was here by my lonesome, I do have a person wherever the hell
Do we need to go
Well,
get them
clearly
out?
we were more than what we said we were as well, so. Are you hiding your person in your hand?
No, he's he likes to wander.
It's not that fella Sage, is it?
You know that asshole?
Well, yeah, met him on a couple occasions.
We've met him, but that's pretty much it. We just
At least. I mean,
met
he's been
him.
very helpful.
Give him a minute, and you will discover the depths of
His assholeness.
yes.
I don't want
Yes.
to plumb those depths. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Bye, Bex. And you hear a. Do I have the ability to make this noise? You hear a coin flip. Ding. Ding. But quieter. And a man's voice comes from around a corner. Wait, is the asshole here? No. He's not. Everything's garbage today. I'm so sorry. I pushed a button. Everything's fine. We're back. Sorry. And Fear rolls her eyes. Isaac, come on. Come out of here. What? Where are you? I can't see you. Oh, fuck off. And you see a man come out with a binding around his eyes, and he's flipping a coin, and he just kind of gives a nod in your general direction.
Howdy.
General direction, yeah. Hey, everybody, this is Isaac. Isaac, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people who are not me. They're not from around here, strictly speaking. Ah, welcome to the Not From Around Here Club.
Haru is. I realized that Beza is the only person who actually introduced themselves. So, I'm Haru.
I mean, to be fair, you guys were escaping from the fort, so you probably had other things on your mind.
He
Like the fact
flips.
that they fucking have cat.
He flips his coin.
Wait, what?
Sorry,
Verlaine says, "The Gauntlet found a new host in
Oh,
Chanter.
fuck.
It's further than it was with me."
So I probably can't just cut this one off?
I wouldn't.
I mean, we probably shouldn't have done that the first time, to be perfectly frank.
Let's not worry about hindsight. And Isaac flips his coin in the air, and as it ding, behind him from seemingly nowhere, a lovely chair appears, and he just sits in it. So who are all you? I got
Part.
Paru. And he flips the coin again, and as he flips the coin, in front of you, also sort of flipping like a coin, is a spectral hand, and then it comes to settle. And it starts just like feeling your face. Sorry.
Does it start about like 3 feet above my head
Uh-huh.
and then go
And
down?
then
Okay.
it slowly, like, it does this for a bit.
Down,
And then...
down. A little more. Little more. Okay.
And it does that, and it waits. Who else is here?
I'm Beza.
Beza, and
I'm around the same height as
the
her, so-
hand sort of shifts in the same height in your general direction. Eventually finds your face and like starts like wiggling your nose, and like it
doesn't
seems to
wiggle.
be fucking around with you a little bit.
Tries to wiggle the rock nose that does not move.
And then Villain's like, yeah, Villain. And the hand like kind of hits him in the chest, and he goes, "Don't touch my face." And Isaac has a big grin on his face, like, I was wondering when someone was gonna call me on that. Okay. I can't feel out of that hand. I just like to fuck
I
with
think-
people.
Think about that. Nope. He fits right in.
And fear
right in.
fear gives the loudest sigh, like, And now you understand, Isaac. So, we're gonna get. Now, remind me again. Are you heading for the? You heading for the tree, or you heading for the Feywild?
I mean, if you can take us directly to the residences of the Queens of the Fae.
Oh, I
then-
can. That's a lot. I can try to hop, skip, and jump you to the Feywild. And Isaac goes, "Did you tell them about the margin of error?" No, I told them about the margin of error.
How big of a margin are we talking?
Like there's a 65 in 100 chance that I will get you where you're going.
And what's the other? That seems like a lot of percents off.
Oh, look.
Yeah, the other percent is literally anywhere else.
Well, honestly, I don't think that's an issue.
Well, you're
To
not.
be honest, we
You're not
the
in the
choices.
But you're not in the. We're not in the keep anymore. You could just like hoof it.
Yeah.
We have to figure out where Fagro is now.
Oh. Okay.
If we're gonna do that, we gotta find out where the hell it's gone, and then try to find it, and then go to the Feywild from there.
Fear, you said that you saw the tree, right? That you had seen it.
Yeah.
Where was it when you saw it?
It was
How long ago?
Sort of about maybe a week ago.
Yeah, if you could just point us in that direction, we'd be mighty obliged.
Sure, it was over that way. Hey, Isaac, you could pinpoint, couldn't you? Kind of. You could give a general sense.
A 65 out of 1,000 cents.
Better than that. And Isaac is still in the chair. Isaac flips the coin, and just kind of keeps flipping it, and it glows brighter and brighter as he continues flipping it, and he's just sort of focused on a spot in front of the chair. Not that he's looking at it, but he's just kind of focused in that area. And then he stops, holds onto the coin for a moment. Looks like the tree is near a mountain. A range.
All right. Verlaine, you got that topographical map?
I do. Hold on a sec.
Fear,
Yes?
if you had a direct link to the Fae and the Babas themselves. Would that help with your margin of error or not?
Well, here's kind of the thing. The amulet is the
Gotcha.
means by which I cast. But like, you could describe it to me. That might help.
Well, I can do that. And give you some of my hair as a magical component. That might help too.
Sure. She looks very confused by that.
Would it affect the casting if the place that we are seeking is mobile?
I'd get it in the what you mean, like a? You're gonna have to clarify that for me.
Like
Like a
like
house
it
on
moves.
chicken legs.
Oh. I mean, a house, I guess, sure. That might work. Just, like, tell me everything you can, and...
Right. So yeah. Technically, I'm of the bloodline of one of the Babas, so my hair is a magical component link. It's some sort of magical connection, and they've used it. At least the people at the Fagro tree used my hair as a holding device when we used their portal, so I wasn't sure if it was helpful for you or not.
Not so much.
Okay, no worries.
So
I mean,
it,
you could describe the Baba's huts.
Yeah.
Do whatever you gotta do. Just, give me a sense.
yeah, Harlan will describe Babadisha's hut.
Okay. Sounds good. And you guys take a little bit to explain what it is you're trying to express to her. And sorry about that. Yeah, so when you do that, you are able to give her some semblance of an estimation of what it is you're looking for, and we'll give it a go.
Oh,
If that's the
here.
thing you want.
And Pyro cut some of her hair and hands it over, just in case.
Yeah, I got you. She will cast plane shift. And we'll see how she does.
Not something. Can guidance help with this? Probably not.
Probably not.
All right. Great. It'll be fine. Oh god. I'm so afraid right now. I'm so afraid right now.
Whew. Oh, that was a little close for comfort.
God, how close? How close, Angela?
Kind of close. Not like super, but within 5. She says, "Okay, everybody gather around, hold hands, and all that jazz." And Isaac hauls himself up from the chair, flicks the coin, and the chair disappears. And he walks over to all of you. "Am I coming too? If you want to get your ass left behind, no, of course. Stay here. Sit in your chair." And he comes forward and offers a hand. You guys all hold hands. And she casts plane shift with the amulet. And you all feel that sudden, familiar sensation of falling. And when you straighten up, you're in... Well, it's a little wobbly. As one of you hits a pillar against a against the Baba's, one of the Baba's houses.
Like on the porch.
Yeah, you're on the porch. She got real close. So
Don't know what you were so worried about. You got us right where we needed to be.
it's great. Yeah, I've never. Cool.
Welcome to the Queens of Fae and their wandering houses.
Don't scream.
They're very nice.
It's just impolite.
Yeah. All right. Well, sure.
I mean, Acacia should be around here somewhere. I'm sure she could point you in the right direction.
The kittens. Where are the kittens?
You look around, you see that the houses are currently in a, not a swamp, but a marsh. It's a little sunnier. There's fog everywhere. And you see Acacia kind of trotting a little bit away from the houses and sees you. Gives a little wave. You don't see the kittens because the houses are currently in motion.
Whose house are
Give me
we
a
on?
D6. I was just about to say.
Okay. Where's my... There it is. I got a 5.
A 5. So let me look at the Zibabas.
Zababa. My
1,
brain just went,
2,
Zababa?
3, 4, 5. Fascinating. So, you all are on the porch and you slide, and we realize that part of the reason why you slid is because there is like oil slick on the porch. And do you do anything? Do you knock on the door? Do you make any noise whatsoever to announce your presence?
Mama Baba's for home.
Oh, that's so soft. As you do that, there's
That was absolutely how Paru does.
absolutely, and there's this lumbering lurch forward as the house comes to a halt, and you all kind of try to hold on, catch yourselves. And the door to the house you are currently making the most noise on opens, and this swampy, slimy water just pours out of it. Heather, if you want to post this for everybody. It's not a complete picture. I haven't finished the hunt, Baba, but if you want to share that with everybody.
It's your Mama Baba.
Actually, you know what? What would be more fun? Why don't we put it on stream? That'll be fun.
Yeah. It looks real good.
Mama Baba, you're the one.
Huh.
You make daytime lots of fun.
Copy link. Just give me a second. There we go. So, coming out of the houses, you see the Babas, the real world facsimiles of your queens. And the house you happen to be on belongs to Baba Gevi, aka you just saw her slightly more idealized self. And this mer woman sort of,
Don't kill us, Mom.
she sort of lurches out of this oily water, and you see her in this kind of mermaid hag look. A little more intense than the actual, than Her Majesty of the Trade. Why are they on my porch? None of them wish to talk to me.
We don't have a problem with you. We don't like the fake you.
Isaac is just staring, going, "That sounds fucking horrifying."
Bless you.
And Fear's just like, "It's best you can't see this."
No, she's absolutely delightful.
Okay.
Paru is 100% serious.
I'll take your word for it. I mean, I guess I've seen more horrifying, but sure.
It is very, very good to see you, Baba Gebby.
Given
Sorry
that
to intrude.
root, and yet you still did.
There was a margin of error on the spell. We couldn't exactly pick whose porch it was going to be.
For the record, I'd like to say that I'm very impressed with myself, and you should all be too.
I am extremely impressed with you.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
I've never teleported to a porch before.
Magic is not my thing.
You hear one of the doors slam open. I heard something. What did I hear? Someone's here. Who's here?
Toshi!
And Toshi looks up and is like, his face full of food. He
Has he been properly hanseled? Like by this point?
He's got a little bit of a tum going.
Oh,
No one could get Toshi to gain weight via his eating except for a Fae Queen.
Yep.
So Toshi busts out, "Naked, they're here! They're back!" And you see out of one of the other houses, specifically the one that looks like Baba Soli's house, you see from the roof, or from the top window, the window opens, you see Nickit pop their head out. And just kind of leap out of the window and start shimmying down the house.
They're gonna fall. I can predict it
They'll
right
be-
now.
Nat 20 this time. Nat 20. And Villain hops off of Baba Gevi's house porch and looks up at Nickit, like kind of sloshes through the marsh a little bit. "Hey, Squirt. Don't distract me. I'm trying not to fall." "Oh, sorry. And he kind of just waits. And Toshi beats his sibling to it, and just like on Villain's back. Okay. You got armor. It's cool. Thanks. And Nicket's like, "You look like a tin can." "You can make so much noise in that. Actually, I don't." Nickit looks
Surprisingly, he's
incredulous
right.
at that. "Well,
That's as quiet as Paru can make it.
I mean, Paru's got the beast of a perception check. I don't think anyone else is hearing that. And there's this, you all sort of jump the gun a little bit, but eventually, as you're on the porch, the houses on different types of animal legs, the chicken feet, the dragon feet, the dragon claws, I think there was a cat was one of them. I forgot to write them down. You see them all start to kind of amble together in a circle. Very, again, reminiscent of the throne room for the Queens of Fae as they all into the ground. And slowly the Babas begin filtering out of the houses in their charmingly creepy ways. Baba Dishe coming out behind Toshi, with this sort of like snake-like demeanor, covered in fumes and with faces seemingly removed all over the house and on her person. On the hat that, Harlan, now that you think about it, kind of looks like a wok. Or a very large pan. Not Her Majesty, Baba Tifu, Her Majesty of the Hunt, lumbering giant with a long neck, sort of hunched, just comes out of her abode. Baba Yaga, the decrepit, slightly sagging minotaur. I heard a familiar voice.
Oh yeah, Paru is off that porch and is like,
Oh.
to go give hugs.
Oh, I do so enjoy your visits. And his rotten teeth. Baba Soli, just sort of collecting herself. High collar, black gown and in slight rags. That sort of skeletal paint across her face. And long elven ears. I take it that the mission went well, then.
Yes and no.
We kind of got our dance card got bumped.
Mm-hmm. Lots of portals, lots of jumping.
Gevi sort of gives this gurgle of a choking laugh. I am slightly unnerved by your lack of success, but that also... Is it wrong there's a hint of pride in my chest?
I mean...
We're still standing. That's important.
I was not speaking about you.
No, I mean, she was really good at cutting portals and running through them.
And Baba Tifu says, yes, very good at running. And there's this, like, little bit of cackling between the Babas, and it looks like Baba Gevi gives a little bit of a harsh hiss at Tifu, and Tifu's just... and slowly lifts her skeleton hand. Baba Tifu's just...
What?
Just gives you a
Badass mom.
bit of a nod of acknowledgement. All the while,
Didn't call him
Baba
welcome.
Yaga just has her arms over Paru, looking out at everyone. And the fact that Paru is totally okay with literally a rotten minotaur with just sagging. She looks like she's melting.
She's literally so happy.
Yeah, just these huge gnarled tree roots of horns coming out of her head. Verlaine is just kind of like, just kind of nuzzling up with the kittens a little bit, just kind of. Toshi's. And you all, I assume, debrief the Babas about what happened. And obviously Chris isn't here, so this is where we'll pick up next session with Nickit being like, it didn't get wet. I didn't do anything to it. It's safe and it's good. And she has the book.
You
Thanks,
did a good
Kitty.
job.
Thank you. She was freaking out the whole time. Shut up.
How long were we gone?
Several hours.
That's it?
7 or 8.
Toshi, you got that chunky in that short amount of time? How much have you been eating?
Don't judge me.
I'm impressed.
He's got a food baby going. He ate. Disha's like, he has the most impressive appetite of any young man I've ever had the pleasure over for dinner. And she's like, yeah,
Love
she's
my
a
mom.
real good cook. Mm-hmm.
You're still eating.
Don't ask her about the confit.
Oh no, Kyle.
Well, it was a life sentence.
Beza
like they
is
were
so
made
happy
for
right
each
now
other.
that she doesn't have to eat.
She gives a little waggle of her gross eyebrows at him. Actually, no, yeah, I don't even think you can see eyebrows. She just has this big, overly wide grin with sharp teeth in it. Ugh, gross.
Almost like she's got a Chelsea almost. It's like, yeah.
Oh, it's terrible. While Nickit rushes off and Toshi's still getting head scritches from Villain, he gets a tap on his shoulder, and Baba Zasha, masked with the bright, vivid blue eyes, just sort of has her hand on his shoulder, and he turns to her with a little, like, small, grateful little smile. And her hand just kind of goes down his arm as she's looking at the armor. And he kind of puts his arm out so that she can see it. Thank you, by the way. And she gives a little nod.
Flashy's all get out.
It's real pretty. These are Fur and Isaac. They're our friends. They helped us get back here.
They're on the porch still. Hello.
She stresses the word friends when she's saying this sentence.
Friends in the war effort. Baba Yaga says.
Without them, we would have not been able to escape quite as easily.
Quite as easily. But
Would have
still
taken
easily.
us a lot longer to get back.
There probably would have been a lot more fighting. Oh, also,
Tifu, what's the harm in that?
nothing. Except
A
that the
scene with all the Babas.
Yeah.
Get that.
Get that Peppacoa.
I'm working on it. Yeah.
Nothing except for the fact that there's a lot of information we should probably relay to everyone that needed to be brought back.
Oh, boring story time?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go finish
Harlan's
my
got a
plate.
cult.
I don't know what that is. I'm gonna go finish my plate. And Toshi rushes back into Baba Dishe's house. So polite, that boy. Finishes anything I put in front of him.
That's unsurprising.
You just need to slow down the cadence of the plates. That's
Why? He's so generous with his appetite. And Nick, it's like, I have money he's gonna hurl before nightfall. What money? Valene asks. I have money. They say sort of unconvincingly. Everybody checks their pockets.
yeah,
real quick.
exactly. Just starts cinching up the pocket.
I have ways. So. the
Haro
rest-
just looks over at Nickit. Crime buddies.
Don't conspire in front of me.
Oh, like you weren't my first crime buddy.
Fine, you upgraded. And there's this little lull of breath, but there is still things to consider. Obviously, the potential that Fort Wildwood, the stronghold of the mortal resistance on this entire continent island, may have been compromised. Obviously, Katora Youngtaker, your orcish comrade, has been compromised.
My ex-girlfriend. Oh no.
We didn't even go on a date. Calm down.
You went on like one walk together and
Yeah,
chatted.
we arm wrestled, but I mean that is basically first base for me. But, sorry, she's not here right now in more ways than one. And then finally, how much time has passed between you leaving the battlefield and arriving back next time in the Book of Fables? Who knows how much it will have changed and where the tide of battle will have gone. We'll have to find out. Next week on Shenanigoons. Man, so Mitch, Stormborn Crow, in the chat, has a soundboard, and I aspire to have the eloquence of use of the soundboard, he does in fact have the end music for a sitcom, which every time he plays it, you do have to freeze frame. So we do that.
That is true, we will not have a Kyle next week.
Will, happy birthday, early birthday to Mrs. Real Life Harland. So, you all are wonderful. Thank you so much for soldiering through our little bit of technical difficulties at the end. As we said, Oliette, Chris had an entire street power outage. So yeah. So she will be catching up on the VOD, what happened, and we will continue our story next week. Chapter 45 of Shenanigoons, the Book of Fables.
Yes.
And all that
next
remains
Thursday,
is the Henley Squad.
Henley Squad.
Next week?
Next Thursday, after our stream on October the 14th, we will start our spooktacular 3 Thursday nights. The 14th, 21st, and 28th, I will be running a small crew through a Monster of the Week romp. So please come and watch. Heather will be with us. Kyle Gold from Tavern Tales will be with us.
Nice.
Leona from Vibrant Legends and Dicey Amazons will be with us. And making his Korean debut, the miniature me, Robert, will be joining us for a three-week stint on Monster of the Week. So
hooray! That's exciting.
16, he can be on stream. So
Amazing. Well, that's exciting. So we'll have a family on. We'll have some family on the stream. That's awesome. So.
Yep.
I put some information in the chat, but please be sure to check out our sponsors and World Anvil and Die Hard Dice. And let me make sure I've got. Oh, also be sure to join our Discord and our Twitter.
Yes.
Put the links to our Discord. We all hang out. We're probably gonna have a little bit of a hangout this week. Or tonight rather, just kind of chilling, decompressing in our spoilers channel. We also, in the spoilers channel, maybe not the spoilers channel, but in one of our Shenanigoons channels, Mouse, one of our frequent viewers, will be watching this stream on Friday night with a reaction thread, so y'all can hang out and commiserate with her as she experiences all of this for the very first time. And that is, I think that's all we got tonight. Thank you so much to our players, Chris, who plays Oliette, Tessa, who plays Paru, Kyle, who plays Harland, Heather, who plays Beza, and I just put their character and user information in the chat as I said it. And I am Angela. You can find us here every Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern, here on We Are Nerdsmith. You can find out more about us on Patreon or nerdsmith.org. And last but not least, I am gonna give a go at trying to get us we're gonna raid somebody.
Ooh.
Very nice.
It's been a bit. I'm gonna give it a try anyway. It looks to me like Critical Bard is up. CB's up. So why don't we give CB a raid? And see what's up. How do I do this?
That is an excellent question.
Critical Bard? Maybe? No, that's not how you do it. Actually, I'll go to my mod settings.
You can go to video production channel, the Twitch video production in the browser.
Oh gosh.
That's fair. And switch to mod settings. I think I should be able to do it from my current browser. I want... Let me see. I'm gonna do So, y'all keep talking amongst yourself real quick.
Okay.
So Heather, what kind of monster should I throw at you? Do you have any monster types that you would like to see, or does chat have any monster types that they would like to see?
I mean, I can think of a lot of things, but I mean, some of the monsters that I'm the most familiar with also, though, are ones that you know also from lore, or they're Japanese yokai, which are all sorts of weird and strange.
Oh,
Which would be fun.
That's true. Taking a look at what everyone's doing right now, though, looks like Critical Bard is playing Fortnite, and Behold Roleplay is doing a D&D game. So maybe we give them a raid.
Yeah.
I think that sounds excellent.
So please hang out for a little while. Check out the stream. Maybe you'll find a new favorite channel. And we will see you all next week here on Shenanigoons, the Book of Fables. Okay. Bye-bye, everybody. Mwah. Please take care of yourselves, have a good week, and be good to each other.